Every day we are pressing ahead on addressing problems that Americans face in their everyday lives. That is why we continue to take action to free up America's energy potential. The potential we have in this country for energy is limitless. It's exciting, and that's why we're taking action this week. And I want to also thank Mark Wayne Mullen for his hard work on this particular issue. For families, this means lower prices. It means more jobs. It means more opportunities for our manufacturers, more opportunities for small businesses to grow and to create. That is why we're working on also reforming our tax code. Tomorrow, the Ways and Means Committee will hold another tax reform hearing. This one focuses on the need to simplify the tax code for families. Under the status quo, we've got this complicated system where you have to navigate all these forms, all these deductions, not to mention deal with the Internal Revenue Service. It's too confusing, it's too expensive, and we want to simplify the tax code and bring down rates to give people real relief and real peace of mind. And to set the stage for tax reform, we're working on a balanced budget. This morning, Chairman Black released a budget that balances the budget in 10 years and tackles our debt crisis. I want to commend her for her leadership, and I want to commend the members of the Budget Committee for putting this bill together. This plan will mean more jobs and more growth, a stronger national defense, real reforms to the way that the federal government serves taxpayers. We look forward to the Budget Committee continuing their action and moving this bill to the committee this week. These are just a few examples of how we are pressing ahead to address the problems that people face in their everyday lives. Questions?
Speaker Ryan, CBO says that repealing Obamacare without a replacement would cause 18 million people to lose insurance right away. That seems worse than any of the real problems associated with Obamacare right now. So is it responsible to repeal Obamacare without a replacement in hand?
Well, we'd like to see the Senate move on something. We are proud of the bill that we passed. We passed a bill to repeal and replace Obamacare, to replace it with a better system. But as you well know, the legislative process, for it to work, House has to pass a bill. We've done that. The Senate's got to pass a bill for us to even move the process forward. That's the next step. So we're hoping that they can achieve that next step so that we can bring real relief. Here's the problem. Obamacare is in the middle of a tailspin. This law is collapsing. So we've got a promise to keep. And also, we need to step ahead of the problem that this law is collapsing. More and more people don't even have any choices left, or even one choice. 41% of the counties in America have no competition in health insurance. They have one health insurer left. Premiums have doubled. Options are disappearing. Many counties in America now have no health insurers left. So that is just the stark reality of the moment. And so we're hopeful that the Senate can take the pause that they need to take and move forward on this issue so we can get something done.
Are you worried that
Well, I'm worried that I'm worried that Obamacare will stand and the law will continue to collapse and people will get hurt in the process.
The president said last night at dinner with Senate Republicans that Republicans would look like dopes for failing on.
Did you air quote that like this when you said that? Okay.
Do you agree that Republicans now look like dopes? Now
Look,
that this effort is stalled, if not dead?
This is a legislative process. It's a hard process. We in the House are proud of the bill that we did. We passed a bill that we think is sufficient to addressing the real problem, to keeping our promise. The Senate has a razor-thin majority. It's a 52-seat majority, and in reconciliation, you need 50 votes. So they're working through their process. I'm not going to get ahead of the next steps because, frankly, we just have to see what they can do and find out where it is we can go, because we have a serious problem in our hands. Yeah. Who are you with?
Oh, Kendall with American News.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the president campaigned on simultaneous repeal in place. You stood up there however many months ago. You said OB is simultaneous repeal in place. What can you say to people who, like she said, will be losing their health care? How can you restore or even give them faith in the party at this point?
Yeah, I mean, we've done this in the House. We passed our simultaneous repeal and replace bill. We think that's the solution. We think that's the best way to go. And so we're just going to have to wait and hope that our friends in the Senate can figure out how they can get a bill passed, get into conference or whatever, and get something passed. Yeah.
Senator McConnell about a week ago said that he could possibly work with Democrats and Democrats Chuck Schumer to stabilize the markets. Do you think that that's something that should be done quickly after a repeal vote? Is there potential for that?
I'm not going to foreclose any options. The challenge I see, though, is the Democrats have not been interested in working on this. They don't want to get us off of the Obamacare train. They want to double down on a failed system that is in the middle of a collapse. And ultimately, it's very clear that they're more interested in a single-payer system, which means government-run health care. Government-run health care is not in our nation's interest. And so if they want to get away from government-run health care, if they don't want to double down on the failure of Obamacare, then I think we have something to work with. The problem is we just haven't seen any evidence of that yet. Thank you.